Hello everyone, how are you today? I hope you are fine. And this week, in our topic for this week, we are going to be looking at our adverbs of frequency. But in this lesson, we are going to only look at two, only two, like one and two. So in our adverbs of frequency, let's first have an overview of some of the adverbs of frequency that we are familiar with. And we have number one, always, always, always. Number two, usually, usually, usually. Number three, sometimes, sometimes, sometimes. Number three, often, 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 often. Number four, hardly ever, hardly ever, hardly ever, hardly ever. And the last one today, never, 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 never. Okay, I'm going to read them one more time. Number one, always, always, always. Number two, usually, usually, usually. Number three, sometimes, sometimes, sometimes. Number three, often, often, often. Hardly ever, hardly ever, hardly ever. Okay. Lastly, never, never, never. Okay. So we have always, usually, sometimes, often, hardly ever, and then never. Now, let's move on and look at the percentages. What does each one mean? Okay? What does each one mean? For example, we have our table of adverbs of frequency. Here we are going to look at the percentages and then our adverbs of frequency. Okay, now the first one is 100%. 100%, which is always, always. When you look at my color here, the green color, it's full in the box, which means 100%. You do it every day, every day, every day. You don't skip. Every day you're doing something, which means always, always means 100%. And then we have 90%. 90% is usually, usually. When you look at my box here, the yellow ink is almost full but not full, which means 90%, at least some 90%, usually. And then we have 80%. 80%. 80%, we call it normally. 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 Or generally. You can say normally or you can say generally. Generally. Okay? That is 80%. Normally or generally. I normally do this. I generally do this. Which means 80%. And then the next one we have 70%. 70%, what do we mean here? 70% is often. 70% often. Or you can call it frequently. frequently. I frequently go to school. I often go to school. That is 70%. And then we have 50%. 50%, which is sometimes. Sometimes. When you see here, sometimes 50%. Sometimes, I sometimes go to school. I sometimes go to the market. I sometimes read my book. 50%. Then next we have 30%. 30%. Here 30% means occasionally. Occasionally. I occasionally ride a bike. I occasionally speak on phone. 30%. And then the next one we have 10%. 10%. That is seldom. Seldom. I seldomly sleep. 10%. You sleep 10%. We call it seldom. And then 5%. 5%. That is hardly ever. Hardly ever. Or you can say rarely. Rarely. Hardly ever. Rarely. I rarely sleep. I hardly sleep. Okay? That is 5%. And then we have 0%. 0% is never. Never. 0%. Never. So, we are going to look at two of them. But before, let me go through them. Number one, always. Always. 100%. Usually. 90%. Normally or generally. 80%. Often or frequently. 70%. Sometimes. Sometimes is 50%. Occasionally. Occasionally 30%. Seldom 10%. 10%. Hardly ever. Hardly ever. Or rarely 5%. And then never. So today in this lesson, we are going to look at only two. We are going to construct our sentences using two, which is number one, always, always, and never. Always and never. Okay, let's move forward. Alright, here we are. Alright, here we are. So here we have our daily routine, Jacob's daily routine. So we have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Sorry. We have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So we have eat lunch, play soccer, work in the garden, eat lunch, play soccer, work in the garden. Now, the tick means always. The tick means always. When you see this, it means always. And when you see the X, it means never. Because today we are going to use only two. Two. Always and never. So, our number one, Jacob dash lunch. What does Jacob do? Lunch. Our answer will be always eats lunch. Jacob always eats lunch. And then number 2, Jacob, okay, plays soccer on Monday. On Monday, where is Jacob? Does he play soccer? So our answer will be never. Jacob never plays soccer on Monday. Jacob never plays soccer on Monday. Number 1, Jacob always eats lunch. Jacob always eats lunch. Number 2, Jacob never plays soccer on Monday. Jacob never plays soccer on Monday. And then number 3, Jacob in the garden on Monday. No. Jacob never works in the garden. Jacob never works in the garden. We are only using 2, never and always. And then number 4, Jacob does soccer on Thursday. On Thursday, where's Thursday? Okay, on Thursday, alright. So on Thursday, what happens? Jacob always plays soccer. Jacob always plays soccer. So let's start from number 1. Number 1, Jacob always eats lunch. That is Monday. Number 2, Jacob never plays soccer on Monday. You can see on his daily routine, there's no soccer on Monday. Number 3, Jacob never works in the garden. Jacob never works in the garden. Never. When you look at the garden, there's no tick. On Monday, no. Tuesday, no. Wednesday, no. Thursday, no. Friday, no. Saturday, no. Sunday, no. So, Jacob never works in the garden. And then the last one plays soccer on Thursday. Now let's look at Thursday. Where is Thursday? Thursday here. So Thursday we have Jacob eats lunch, Jacob plays soccer, and garden. No. So which means Jacob always plays soccer on Thursday. Always, 100%, always plays soccer on Thursday. But he never plays soccer on Monday. Never plays soccer on Monday. So on Monday, he doesn't play soccer. On Thursday, he plays soccer. So how many days does he play soccer? So we can say Jacob always plays soccer on Thursday. Jacob always plays soccer on Saturday. Jacob always plays soccer on Tuesday. And then never, Jacob never plays soccer on Monday. Jacob never plays soccer on Wednesday. Jacob never plays soccer on Friday. Jacob never plays soccer on Saturday. Alright? And then when it comes to lunch, Jacob always eats lunch. So when you look at Monday, Jacob eats lunch. Tuesday, he eats lunch. Wednesday, he eats lunch. Thursday, he eats lunch. Friday, he eats lunch. Saturday, he eats lunch. Sunday, he eats lunch. And then work in the garden, never. We've seen from Monday to Friday. Alright, so today in our lesson, we're looking at 2 adverbs of frequency. The use of always and the use of never. So you can change Jacob to you, because Jacob is now our subject pronoun, which you can change to you, and you can say, I always eat lunch. I always eat lunch. I never play soccer. I never work in the garden. I never play soccer on Monday. You can change the subject pronoun to you. Alright? So this is an introduction to our topic, but we are going to keep practicing more and more about our adverbs of frequency. Okay? But remember,